Chapter 3 A Warm Harbor.
After thinking for a long time, Grandma came up with an old remedy, something people in the village used to call frozen rice. She steamed the glutinous rice, dried it under the sun, ground it into powder, then mixed it with boiling water to make a smooth paste. She poured it into a baby bottle and fed me gently. As I drank contentedly, Grandma finally smiled, a long, relieved smile. Her granddaughter wouldn't go hungry anymore. Grandpa still carried his hoe every morning, working tirelessly in the mountain fields. When he saw me growing stronger day by day, his wrinkled face often lit up with a quiet joy. By the time I was 6 months old, I was sturdy and round-faced, my skin tanned by the sun and my cheeks rosy. To help the family, Grandma often carried baskets of wild goods to nearby villages to sell. Grandpa stayed in the fields all day, so the job of caring for me naturally fell to my teenage aunt. She was like a little mother, carrying me in her arms, playing with me, taking me to visit neighbors. People often joked that I was starting to look more and more like her. At night, we slept under the same blanket, and in her arm embrace, I always drifted into the sweetest sleep. But soon, I was about to turn 1, and the worry about my illness returned. The doctor's warning still echoed in my grandparents' minds. Grandma wanted to tell my parents, but she hesitated again. Finally, Grandpa couldn't hold back anymore. His rough hands trembled as he gripped the hoe. "I will go talk to them," he said firmly. The doctor said this can't wait. He walked toward my parents' room, his steps heavy but determined. After a while, he returned, his shoulders trembling. When Grandma saw her face filled with fury and despair, she didn't need to ask. She already knew what had happened. They had spent their whole lives facing the soil, raising 4 children through sweat and hardship. But the cost of a surgery was an impossible dream. Living off the mountains barely fed the family. How could they afford more? Days passed quietly. I learned to speak. Though my words came out slurred and unclear, only those close to me could understand. In a small mountain village where everyone knew everyone, people simply signed in private. Poor child, she should have been cheated long ago. When I turned 3, my grandparents and parents finally split households. But whenever Grandpa saw me, his eyes still filled with sorrow. He wanted to bring up my treatment again, believing my parents must have saved something by now. Yet Grandma stopped him. "Let it go," she said softly. "Others have told them too. It won't change anything." My childhood flowed gently under their love and care, peaceful, almost innocent. Until the time for school came, when I began to sense I was different. Whenever I talked to strangers, they looked at me strangely. Slowly, I learned to stay quiet. I followed my young aunt everywhere, up the hills, down the fields. She worked, I played. That's how our days went on. Until the year she got married, I was 6. Her departure took away my closest companion, and I had no idea what awaited me next would be the darkest chapter of my childhood. Thanks for listening. If you're interested in my stories, please subscribe to my channel.